of these days, my friends, the ratings never end, and we're going to tell you before we go whether anybody watched AEW this past Wednesday night. Yeah.
Yeah, we are. AEW Dynamite for July 16, 2025, Jim.
You got them numbers there, Brian?
I got the numbers here from 8
got to 10. I got some of them bunch of numbers over there.
You looking for some numbers? I can get you some numbers. 8 to 10:14 p.m. On average, watched by 588,000 viewers.
You know, it seems like they're almost coordinating things now, that they end up with very similar numbers from week to week, almost like they're comparing notes, the viewers. Are you going to watch this week? Well, if you watch, I'll watch, but if you ain't going to watch, I ain't going to watch. And it either goes up together or down together. This is back down, isn't it? Weren't they up last week, or was that the week before?
Last week they were 637, and the
that's what they go 630, then they go 580, then they go 630, then they go 580.
That's the cable audience now. I mean, I don't think you could expect, if you get anything in the 700s, it's amazing. That means you actually have some interest beyond your audience. But the audience now is between 640 and 550. So let's go to the quarterly hour breakdown. These were compiled by WrestleNomics. Quarter 1, 8 to 8:15 p.m. The Adam Page live promo, 747,000 viewers.
Okay, that does not bode well for the rest of the program. Maybe he ran them off early. I don't know. We'll see. But that's a decent starting point for lately. But they're gonna have to drop a ways to hit their average.
We go to quarter 2, 8:15, 8:30 p.m. Mascara Dorada versus Kyle Fletcher with picture-in-picture. 602,000 viewers.
Oh, good Lord. Okay, so people really don't like Adam Page. 145,000 people in the first 15 minutes after he opened his yap.
Well, we go to quarter 3, 8:30 to 8:45 p.m. The Young Bucks and Don Callis backstage. An ad break. The MJF and Hurt Syndicate promo in the back, and the start of Hechicero, Josh Alexander, and the Young Bucks versus Bandito, Brody King, and Jet Speed. 556,000 viewers.
Good Lord. Okay. Well, there's the Page effect followed by the Buck effect, which was another 46,000 people. Now they're down 191,000, but now they're going to have to come back up to hit their average.
Well, we go to quarter 4, 8:45 to 9 p.m. The continuation of that match with Hechicero, Josh Alexander, the Young Bucks, and Bandito, and Brody King, and Speedball, and Kevin Knight with picture-in-picture, and an ad break. 555,000 viewers.
As long as the Buckaroos are on the screen, nobody's coming back. So we're at the top of the hour at 9 o'clock, quarter 5. They've dropped, as I said, almost 200,000 in the first hour. They've got to come back up, and they've got Edge coming up. So this would seem to be the place where if they were going to get some people back, they would do it here.
Well, we go to quarter 5, the big 9 o'clock hour, 9 to 9:15 p.m. Cope and Stokely Hathaway's live promo. It's really Cope's promo in confrontation with Stokely. And Mark Briscoe's promo, 620,000 viewers.
There you go. We got 65,000 back. Now at least we're up over 600,000 again, but what have they got to climb with? Very little.
Well, the little continues into quarter 6, 9:15 to 9:30 p.m. Tekla versus Queen Amanana versus Quiz Statlander.
Oh, Quiz Statlander?
This is Chris Statlander and Willow Nightingale. She's in that too. Picture-in-picture and an ad break. 582,000 viewers.
Yeah, that wasn't really anything to gain viewers or write home about, so now they're back down under 6. I think they may just limp on to the finish here.
When we go to quarter 7, 9:30 to 9:45 p.m., the Tony Storm Athena live promo. Kip Sabian, Nick Wayne, and Mama Wayne in the back for a promo. And the Kazuchika Okada entrance and live promo. 563,000 viewers.
Still not the show low. That was quarter 3 and 4 with the Hardley boys involved, but they're getting there.
Well, we go to quarter 8, and I remind you, we have a 14-minute overrun, so that's basically another quarter right there. 9:45 to 10 p.m., Swerve Strickland and Okada's confrontation, an ad break, Adam Page, Mark Briscoe, and Powerhouse Hobbs versus Moxley, Claudio, and Wheeler with picture-in-picture. 526,000 viewers.
Oof.
14-minute overrun, 10 to 10:14 p.m., match continues, and picture-in-picture, 536,000.
So 10,000 people that tuned in to see Impractical Jokers were like, what the fuck is this?
It's Moxley.
Good Lord.
It's
Well,
Moxley.
they're back to
That's what it
their...
is.
Yeah, they're back to their old habits. They lost over 211,000 viewers, or almost 35% of their audience, I believe, judging from the math in my head, which is what they used to do. But they started with bigger numbers and finished with bigger numbers in those days. And the 4 lowest quarters out of 9 either featured Moxley or the Buckaroos. So, good to see they're making changes.
And the key demo, relatively steady. 221, 212, 203, 201, 219 for the big 9 o'clock hour. 203, 201, 195, 204. That's the only thing they're holding steady on, really. Everything else is, well, they're holding steady on exactly where everything falls apart and where everything comes back. I shouldn't say they're not holding steady an overall number. But that's the facts, ma'am. AEW.
With Kristen's help, we've built our platform to not just respond to customer needs, but anticipate them. So for
Stupid bullshit.
There's still,